Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Terry. How are you?
I am great, and I'm so excited that you're here. It's your first time here at Morning Cuppa Joy. And here goes the throat. Welcome, welcome, everyone. We were just talking that I didn't do my lemon water, so I may have to clear my throat a little bit. But welcome to all who are here and coming in here to say hello to us. We have a couple of people on, but don't know who yet. Prachetta. Namaste to
Hi,
you,
Pachetta.
Prachetta.
I finally get to say hi to you with my voice.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited that people get to really meet you. So I just shared. Wendy's here and Deirdre's here. Good morning, ladies. So we're just sharing it out for a moment. Get it into the groups I usually share into. Who else we got? Gabby. Gabby's here.
Hi, Gabby.
Okay, so I posted it into a few groups and let's get going. And Prachetta says, wow, such a rhythmic voice. Aww.
Oh, hi. Thank you.
Yeah, I love Christina's energy.
Uh,
We were just talking before we came on the air. It just feels so good.
it does feel good. This whole group feels good. It feels like a nice warm cup of tea in your hands every morning.
I like that. That's a good description. I've got mine right here.
Yes. And it's just nice, warm, comforting. It's a good place to wake up to. And I know that we're not all on the same time frame here, but that's how I feel every morning. Sometimes I don't wake up for it in time though. It's pretty early.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
But
I
I
hear
can
you.
always hit replay.
That's the beauty of Facebook Live. It's
It
there for
is.
you whenever you want to go in and watch it.
Right.
Love it. So Gabby says you have the best smile.
Oh, thank you.
And Erica Hoppy is with us. And Deirdre says that
Good
was
morning.
lovely, Christina.
Aw. Well, you all are just lovely. So you might hear a little bit of road noise behind me. I was just telling Terry I had to escape to the outside because I have a house full of people that live with me, and I just never know when somebody's going to get up, and who knows if they're going to be inappropriate, quite frankly.
I told her they were probably going to come looking for her.
Where is she? It's too early for her to be gone.
Oh, we have Sally. Good morning, Sally and Marianne and Tony. Hi. Hi, everyone. And you're so lucky you get to see them every day.
I know. Well, I can see anytime. I am lucky. I am so glad that this whole idea had sprouted up with them. And I'm glad that fate put me in the position to be able to join forces. And the timing is perfect.
Absolutely. So for those who don't know, please just share your work that you do there with Sally and Tony and
Okay,
where you're
so
at.
I'm part of the Spiritual Holistic Health Center that's in a nearby town in Allegan, Michigan. And we do all kinds of things. We have massage therapy, which is my original training. I had let it go for a little while, and now here we are, and I am in the midst of this shutdown trying to get my licensing all taken care of again, because I had kind of thought I was done with that. And then all of a sudden, it reappeared. So I will be one of the massage therapists along with Tony, who is already doing that wonderful work. I also do some Reiki. Of course, our center also offers psychic mediumship, tarot reading, all kinds of stuff. It's just a lovely place. small town really needed to have that. I think there's a lack in healthcare in general, whether it be holistic or westernized medicine in rural America. And so I feel really glad and lucky to be a part of bringing this to people. So.
Awesome. Well, I know Sally speaks so highly of you, her and Tony.
Oh, I can't speak highly enough of her and Tony.
I can't wait to get up there and experience all of your
Yes.
beautiful energy in person. That's going to be amazing.
Oh, I feel the same.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And you were telling me this morning that the temperature dropped a bit up there.
Oh my gosh, it's so much nicer. Yeah, we had been just abysmally hot. I'm going to say Florida hot. And yeah, and finally, last night we had all the windows open. It's 54 degrees out this morning. I had to put on a long sleeve shirt because I feel like, oh, it's so cold.
Now,
but I know better.
Is that unusual for August?
No, we usually have a couple days in August. Our hot month is usually July, but I guarantee you we are not over with summer yet. We're just getting a slight reprieve. I think I saw it's supposed to be in the upper 80s, 90s again, in just a few days. So, but for now, I'm going to catch up.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, I grew up in the mountains. I grew up in Kentucky. Yes. And so August, I remember being like sweltering. It was like one of our hottest months up there because then toward my birthday, toward the end of the month, it started cooling down, but then we had to go back to school.
Right. Yeah. We have that period of time where sometimes in September even, it can be super duper hot. I know there's been more than once that I have felt badly for the kids having to be there because our school doesn't have air conditioning. So when it gets hot, it gets pretty warm for them.
We never had air conditioning either.
No. Right. Open the windows, throw a fan in. Yep. So, but I actually originally grew up in the Berkshires in Western Massachusetts, which is where all the hills are. It's just a beautiful, magical, enchanting place. And if anyone gets the chance to go there, I would highly recommend it.
Yes. I've been there. I lived in Massachusetts. I stayed with some friends for
Where did you live?
I loved it. I lived in, oh my gosh, it starts with an F.
You've lived in so many places.
I know. Natick was one of the places that I lived.
See, you were by the ocean.
Yes.
Okay. So if you just on the other side, which is my favorite place to go is Cape Cod, to the ocean. Mm-hmm. But like I said, the other side is just like it's hills and mountains and forests, and then so many cultural things to go and do. It's just like I said, it's magical. We're actually supposed to be there right now. This is our time of year. We always make a pilgrimage there. And I think it was supposed to be our 38th or 39th family reunion, but we're going to have to go virtual with that this year. We've decided. So
yeah, things have changed, haven't they?
A little bit. You got to just kind of ride. Just ride. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I do love that whole state of Massachusetts. When I lived there, I would just go out and travel about and just see what was there because it was so magical. Like you say, it's one of the most amazing states I've ever visited.
It really is. Yes. Now I'm not ditching Michigan. Okay. So I don't want to, I'm not going to put the ditch on Michigan. It's quite lovely too. We have the beautiful lakes, which are a powerful entity within itself. I call Lake Michigan the Queen of Lakes when I talk about her.
I can't wait to see it. I've never been there. So this will be a new experience for me.
Yes. I think you'll love it.
New state.
Yeah. It's just amazing to be that close to that much fresh water. and not be able to see the other side. I don't think people understand just how big these lakes really are. You forget it's not an ocean.
Right. Yeah. Well, good. Well, I know we'll be doing a lot of lives when I'm up there.
Yes, yes. We'll get you set up outside.
Yeah.
As long as it's not winter. Don't come in winter.
No, I won't be there, I don't think, for the winter, but I'll
No.
be there for some of, hopefully some of the fall.
Okay, good, good, good. That's
Okay,
a beautiful time
it is.
with all the colors and everything.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous. Mhm.
Yeah, when I was in Mass, that was what I loved. I would just go driving out and see all of the leaves on the trees and go to the little
Yes.
streams and brooks where it was just so beautiful.
We have a winding road. It's to the north of us. You know, Michigan's a pretty big state, actually. And but when you go north, there's a road called M22. And it is one of the most beautiful autumn road trips to take. Just winds through it's actually, there's a spot of it that's called the Tunnel of Trees. And it's just gorgeous when it's all lit up in all of its autumn splendor. It's just beautiful.
Okay, well, I'm seeing that road trip.
Right, yes.
All right, let's say hello to some people.
Okay, we've got
somebody that came in.
Hope says that she is healing well, and I'm so excited. We have been really praying for you.
Yes, we have, and we got to see her last night. That was so awesome.
And Becky
is here, and Sharon Boyle came in. Who else? Lauren's here. And Becky's promising to take me places when I come up there.
Frankenmuth, I saw that you saying Frankenmuth, you're right.
I see all those road trips. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait.
It is. I love that it's time to take you places.
Deirdre, I love your comments, sweetheart. She says, I can't speak highly enough of all of you. That's this whole family, isn't it? Yeah, we're all so beautiful here. And the love that surrounds this whole, everybody, the whole energy.
Yes.
It's just so beautiful. Every day when we share our love together, I get totally filled to overflowing with that love. It lasts me all day and puts me in that great place. Christina and I were saying that, you know, before we came on, that it just really, it starts the day off so beautifully.
It does. Lauren Riley says, every day is a winding road. Cheryl Crow.
It's what we make it, isn't it? We have the power to decide if we're going to make it that beautiful energy of just seeing what's around the bend, or if we're just going to get up and have our blinders on and look with tunnel vision. But yeah, we can open up to limitless possibilities just
Absolutely.
with our minds. Yeah. We have Uday Thacker. Hello to you. That's a new name for me. So welcome to Morning Cuppa Joy. I know for some of you it's afternoon, so it's your afternoon cup of joy. I saw Gabby's comment that it's her cup of tea before she relaxes and goes to bed for the night. I'm so glad that you spend that with us, Gabby. Thank you. And Rick Morrow is here. Rick.
So you're seeing more people than I am.
Yeah, because I get the comments from both. We're live in two places today, so I'm getting the comments from both of those, and from YouTube and Periscope, because we're also live on those places.
Okay.
And Hope, we missed you too. You're such a blessing to us. So glad that you're starting to feel a little better, where you can join us now with the lives. And we got to talk to you last night in the private group, the intentions group. And we had some beautiful intentions that were set last night. And one of the themes that came out, the overriding theme last night, was trust. And wow, that is so huge right now for many of us, isn't it?
It really is. It was for me.
Yeah.
I'm what I call a truth seeker. And so it's been challenging. to kind of navigate through the just everything. It's just one of those times that I think fear sometimes brings out different things in people. And so I have had to just trust my gut. And I always have as my default. And I like to, sometimes I'll hold a phrase and I call it holding it in my heart.
Yes.
And I just hold it there and I say, does this come from a place of love? And if it doesn't, I toss it. And that's my default. So, yeah.
Karen and I did Angel Heart Radio last night. And that was one of the things we talked about is when we have a thought or when something's happening, just ask, is this real? Is this from love? And really take time with it. One of the things that I love to do and to teach the people that I work with is called pause. So if something's going on and you start to feel like, okay, I don't know what this is, I'm not sure what's happening, even like with energy, when we feel high energy right now, it's very high with the moon, but just pause, just stop and say, what am I feeling right now? Where's that coming from? And is this real? Is this truth? Is this from love? And if it's not high vibrating, if it's not from love and light, then, I want to step away from that energy and be true to myself and stay in my own divine self of love and light.
Right.
And that doesn't mean we're shutting out anything that's real, because everything is, whatever our reality is, whatever we choose to make it. And we're going to have some experiences as we go through life. We're going to have challenges and struggles, but you can say, how am I feeling right now with this? How is this setting with me? And there have been times I've had to step away from people. I've had to step away from situations and say, that's not in alignment with my energy. It's bringing me to a lower vibration. So I choose to step away from that. And then, if it comes back together, fine. If not, then it wasn't meant to be. So
yeah. And if you hold it in that heart space, your heart space will tell you.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. If it doesn't feel good, it's probably not good for you. So, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's not a judgment. It's just not going to be helpful to your journey right now. So,
and staying true to you, staying true to who you are, because we can be influenced by many things. And so how do you want to be influenced?
Right.
You want to stay true to you and stay true to your truth and what you are inside of you. And if not, then you're going to be tossed about.
Right. Right. So, but I love how everyone is able to, like, I'll have everyone all day long playing in the background just to kind of remind myself. And sometimes only a phrase or two will actually get through to me because I'll get busy with something, but that's what I'm meant to take from it. And so lately I've just kind of had Enlightened World Network on in the background. And if not that, maybe some chanting. It's not that I don't stay in the loop, because I have to say, I know a lot of people are saying I'm stepping away from current events. I have always been this strange mix of scientific, like I like my science. I'm kind of a science geek and a science nerd, and then I have this other side that's like, science will catch up with it later. It just doesn't know how to do that yet.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm always kind of juggling the two. Anyway. And then, so that, like I said, that's always been my go-to, is how does that feel in my heart? Because it can be quite oppositional to have those two forces tugging. And I don't want to discount one or say one's more important than the other, because I also believe that Source gave us a head to figure out the science stuff. And as a tool, that's just as much of a tool as meditation or, and it's always been a dream of mine to be able to work with Western doctors with my massage therapy and with my Reiki, because I don't discount Western medicine either. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's always that balancing act between the two. And I always say, not even a Gemini, but sometimes I feel like,
Yeah, exactly. But you know, science is catching up.
it
They
is.
really are. There's been a lot of breakthroughs where they're acknowledging now the importance of meditation, the importance of the breath, and how that affects our energy, and how the energy that I put out affects the whole slew of everything. You know, it raises the vibration of the planet if I'm raised up, and it lowers it if I'm not. So they're really coming up to come out with a lot of things like that.
Yes.
And I'm so happy to see it. So
Me as
happy
well.
that they are finally acknowledging that we're not crazy. You know, that those things that we already knew innately are real, and they're starting to come around to some of that now. And
Right.
it's
Right.
not so woo-woo anymore.
Now, Sharon Boyle says, how y'all doing with the energies magnified by lunar potency? So,
I love the moon energy. I've always loved it. And to me, we can choose. So if we say, oh my gosh, it's crazy and I'm not feeling so great and my head's spinning, then that's going to happen. But if we say, okay, this is happening, this is an energy that, you know, is higher than what I'm normally feeling, then we can say, okay, I accept this. Just like our dear Marietta, accept, align, allow. And we can do that with anything. It doesn't have to be the moon energy, anything that's happening. If we go into an acceptance instead of a resistance to it, it's so much easier. You know, we're not fighting it. We're not trying to row upstream. We're like just flowing downstream with it, and allowing it, accepting it, and align to who you truly are, and let it be a blessing. It can be a blessing or a lesson, one or the other.
absolutely. It's again, whatever you grow in your garden is what's going to bloom. You know, whatever you fertilize, whatever you water, that's what's going to grow from that. So you can choose.
I love that. Yeah. Because what you focus on expands. So if you focus on, you know, it's going to be this terrible experience, it'll be a terrible experience.
Right.
So
Right.
focus on, I'm really going to enjoy and be bathed in that energy, and see how I can adapt and grow from it.
Like, it's cleansing. So I usually go to the cleansing part for the same reasons as I put my crystals out and I, you know, all of that. That's happening with me. I have to tell you, after we got done with our intentions group yesterday, it started pouring rain, which I view as very cleansing and
Yes.
clearing. And then a rainbow came. I am not kidding you. I mean, like, I literally hung up on our live and brought my phone outside and started taking pictures of everything that was happening. So anyways, but that, to me, that's whatever is presented to you, try to just roll with it. Some are definitely going to be easier than others.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no doubt there is hard things that happen in life.
Yes.
And yes, you're going to cry sometimes, and yes, you're going to get angry sometimes. None of us are immune to that. But you do have some amount of wiggle room. There's always some way. I know my husband was disabled. We're on 12 years ago. He had a split rim tire come apart as he was working on the vehicle, and it almost decapitated him. We're very lucky that he is with us.
Yeah.
But when he was in a coma, I was absolutely devastated. My husband is a soulmate. We are just a really, I'm going to say it, we're a great couple. We always have been a great couple. And when he was still in the coma, I heard loud and clear, look for miracles around you. And I did. And in the midst of this most horrible experience, I saw miracles happening. Certainly after the therapy, we went to a hospital that specializes in that. And boy, oh boy, several times a day I would see miracles happen. And so it really is, if I weren't looking for the miracles, I was looking for everything bad. I just think about how much I would have missed and how much more terrible that experience would have been,
Right.
had I allowed it to be, So, but I saw the angels were there. There were all kinds of stuff going on.
Wow. Yeah. So what could have been so devastating for you? You turned it around.
Right. I mean, and no doubt it was devastating. It changed our lives. It was one of those things where, people say, something catastrophic could happen any second. And that's exactly what happened to us. It was completely 100% life altering on just about every single level. But I still got that voice that said, look for miracles. And I still had those angels making sure that I knew that they were with us. So, and I also had a few friends that had passed over in that time period that kind of came in for a visit.
Right. Yeah, that happens.
Yes.
They're there guiding and
Yes.
encouraging.
Yep. Yeah, I had one of my husband's best friends who had passed on a few years before. I was actually in the ambulance. My husband and I have both been firefighters. And so I was able, they're like, get in when we were heading from one hospital to another. And I was beside myself. I mean, we had tried to get a helicopter in to take him by helicopter, and they were grounded that day. It was just very crazy things all happening at once. And so loud and clear, I had his friend say, like, it startled me. It made me jump. It was so loud. Don't worry, I've got him. And I just was able to relax for just a few seconds and gather my thoughts. But it was so loud. They usually don't come across quite that loud with me. I don't have, but this was a booming, I've got him. And I just knew, okay, fine.
They do. They get our attention in whatever means it takes.
Yes.
Whether it's a pinch on the arm. I have a friend that every time Michael's trying to get her attention, Archangel Michael, who pinches her on the arm.
Goodness. Quit pinching, Michael.
I know, right? We've actually I do angel circles where I bring angel messages, and we've actually been in circles before, and all of a sudden she's like, ouch.
I'm glad mine don't pinch me.
It's so funny.
That's great. Deidre says the Heart Brain Institute has done so much with this. I think that was the holding the heart in the heart. I am actually taking heart math.
That's who I learned from.
You're who I heard it from.
Yeah, I'm a practitioner with that.
Yes. So I did sign up for it. I thought, oh yeah, that looks really interesting. Yeah.
It really is. I have the device where you can check your coherence and see, and I'll bring that with me when I come up there. Where you can see if you're in coherence.
All right.
I know. I love it. I love all of their research that they've done with the frequencies and how your vibration really does make a difference.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited. That's my new, I've been doing a lot of that. I mean, I've just decided to take advantage of the pandemic, kind of, I mean, all of these classes and things that have either been free or discounted to get people, I don't know. I've just been enjoying that little gnome nerd. I have a gnome nerd that I like is in this library that's just full of these old poems and books, and I have my quill pen, and I'm one of those research so I'm I'm like, yeah, bring me knowledge, let's do it.
I know, right? The more the better. Yeah, the same way. I can learn anything. It's so exciting just to get that new information, and it's not new, it's just new to me.
Right.
So-
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, we have more
Uh,
people jumping in. We have Denise Fredericks from South Africa. Welcome.
well,
Thank you for
hi,
coming on. Um,
Diane.
Diana's here. Carrie came in. Julie Kiss. Jeanette Wasilowski.
Hi.
Oh, I love this. And I love some of these comments. And I saw Gita. Gita's going to be on tomorrow. Gita Chandra is with us. And she had a question about how how you stay in acceptance when something happens to a loved one. And Gita, I hope you heard Christina's wonderful testimony about the incident that happened with her husband and just how, you go through it, you acknowledge what's going on. You don't try to push anything away or deny the facts of what's happening, but hold on to that faith and that trust and that belief, that you're there, the angels are there, they've got you. We have to
No
go
matter
through
what.
those struggles. Yeah, sometimes
No
we're
matter
climbing up the mountain, and that's what those struggles are. We're climbing up that mountain to get to that top point, and then we can see more of the big picture. I know when I've been in the midst of a lot of life's challenges, I'm like, oh, will this ever end? You do get to that point. It's like, this is hard. I don't want to go through this. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, now I understand. Now I see more clearly. So you do have that breakthrough point. And Sharon says, I've had a fabulous time. She had a salt bath last night. Yeah, Hope did too.
I'm doing mine tonight. All this talk about salt baths. I was like, oh, well, I'm jealous. It's been a while since yeah. Thanks for the reminder, guys. I need that.
Mhm. Yeah. Marianne is here. I don't know if I said hello to you, Marianne. Yeah, we have been doing so much lately in some of the groups where we talk about that trust and talk about, we're not denying that there's hard things in life, but we have a superpower in the fact that we can choose, we can make a decision of responding or reacting. So just again, stepping away sometimes, stepping back to take inventory. How am I feeling? How is this feeling inside of me? Like you were saying earlier, Christina, just look and see how it's doing inside of you and staying in your truth, staying true to you.
And trust me, I had to walk out, even at the hospital. They couldn't get rid of me at the hospital. I was by his side. I was going to be his patient advocate, all of that. But there were definitely times I had to get away. And luckily, even in the city, because we were in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is actually a pretty big city in Michigan, I was able, I found a rooftop labyrinth garden to go to that was within walking distance. I found parks to go to so that I could, because for me, I find much healing energy and in nature. That's where I naturally have gone to, is outside. Let's get out into nature. And so I really had to monitor. Every day, at least once a day, I would make myself go to one of these places and just regroup and because let's face it, there are some major things that can happen to people in this life. Yes. And we're all going to be affected by those things when they happen. And so it really is important, and sometimes the hardest, to do the self-care in the midst of that crazy. And I think that lesson is something that I took with me. Like now I see a lot of people, just not sure what to do with themselves during this time. It's changed, and it's I don't know what to do. And it's like, for me, I almost feel guilty because I didn't know what to do. I was comfortable, and then I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay to be comfortable. It's not wrong to say, I'm actually dealing pretty well with this. I'm taking advantage of these things. I'm finding the good, but what else are you going to do? The alternative is to be miserable. The alternative is to be bitter and worried about what I'm not doing right now that I would have been doing. Or, there's so many things we can create. The brain is so awesome, but boy, it can be awesome good or awesome bad, depending on which way you let it go.
Exactly. That is so true. Our attitude about things, just look at it, just check your attitude, and I love Karen. She goes, check your own vibration.
Yes.
Hello.
You need a vibration meter.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And to me, that's what the heart math has taught us. We can check our own vibration. We can see what our frequency is. And am I okay with that frequency? This is where we learn. When we do that self-inventory and see how we're putting out a frequency. Is that the frequency that I want? Is that the story that I want to tell others? We all tell a story. And whatever we say after I am, that's our story. So like you were saying, if I am anxious, I am upset, I am sick, whatever your I am is, that's your story. And we can change our story at any time we want. Anytime we want, we can start doing those affirmations of I am beautiful, I am loved. Affirmations really do change you. I've been doing one every day for, I think I'm on close to day 21. It was a 21-day challenge to do these every morning. And I get up after I chant, I get up out of bed and I turn that on immediately. And I start doing the I ams. And it does make a difference. And I love Denise Fredericks. She says, love your attitude. Talking to you, Christina. Love your attitude with miracles. Look every day. Look every day for the miracles.
They really are out there. When you start looking for them, it's like, oh, this has been here the whole time. So, but I'm definitely getting into the nature spirits now and stuff, the elementals. I've been so excited about all this talk about it because I haven't really done a deep dive on them. So to me, I think I've always been interested in them, but yeah. And then of course, angels, I don't know. I have worked with angels since I was a little girl. They've just always been there. And so I kind of default and mine, they are so funny they get so excited when I say, okay, are you guys ready? They're like, yeah, we're right here. We're ready to go.
I love that. I love that. And when I get in my car, I'm always telling them we're going on a road trip. Come on, and they all get in the car with me. It's just this beautiful energy. And I'm so happy to meet somebody that's had them with them their whole life, because I thought I was like this weird kid that saw something that, wasn't physically there, but it was physically there. I could see it.
Absolutely.
And other people around were like, what are you doing?
Luckily, luckily I didn't have that. My mom, I had an experience. I started to fall down a very steep flight of steps. We had an old house. It was built like in 1785 or something. It was quite old. And just very steep stairwell going up to the second story. And I tripped and fell at the very top. And they surrounded me. And I floated to the bottom of the stairs surrounded with this white light. And I went running to my mom and said, the angel just flew me down the stairs. And she just went, oh, okay. That's wonderful, honey. I mean, she didn't, so I wasn't like, nobody said to me, those weren't angels, you're crazy. And so I have appreciated that and have been able to do that. See, there goes one person. I said I was going to get interrupted. Somebody already came looking for me.
I did not come looking for you.
Yeah, looking for me. Looking for the cat because it's time to eat. But
okay.
So I didn't have that negativity. Nobody called me crazy. And so I was able to foster him. I was a voracious reader. I still am. I love to get my hands on books. And so I got as many or as many books as I could on angels, and I was comfortable with that. So my dad even called me the night before he passed away, and we didn't know he was passing that night. But he said, hurry up and call Tina, because instead of Christina, my family always called me Tina.
Yeah.
Hurry up and call Tina. She's the only one. There's angels everywhere in this room. They're on the ceiling. They're everyone. Someone call her. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
I love that. Beautiful. Yeah, it's so nice to meet somebody that's had that same experience, that was able to see them from the young age.
Yeah.
And they're always there. They're always there.
Yes, they really are. They're just like, I mean, I've had them say to me a couple times, we've been waiting for you to ask. Yes. I mean, what took you so long?
What took you so long? Yeah.
Have you seen that have you seen it online where it says, this is what my angels are looking like? And it's, or I make my angels drink, I think it's another one.
Yeah, I always say my guardian angels are always like this.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
What is she doing now? Yeah, they have their hands full with me, trust me. We have Marietta that came in. Marietta is the one that taught me accept, align, allow.
I've been singing that, accept, align, allow, accept, align. Yeah. Thanks for the earworm. It's a good one though.
Yeah, and she says, and you don't have to like it in order to accept it. And I love that comment, Marietta. Thank you for that. And it's so true. We don't have to like, what's happening. But when we go into acceptance with it, then we can look at it with different perspective. And we can see that, okay, maybe that was something that, was what I needed at that moment, or something that I can better deal with if I'm not pushing and resisting it. So I love that comment. You don't have to like it in order to accept it. Awesome. And Jordan showed up. Good morning, Jordan.
Morning.
So I'm going to type in that it is time for our prayer request. Can you believe that?
I am terrible at multitasking, aren't I? I'm supposed to be paying attention to she asked before we started, can you see the comments? I'm like, yes. But apparently I'm trying to keep up with everything. It's harder than I thought.
You can't keep up with all of them. That's what I found out. It's like, yeah. But we do see your comments, and I love all the interaction, and thank you all. And Catherine Kovacs, I don't know if I said good morning to you, darling. I know you came in. And Carrie says, love, love, love the energy this morning. Don't we? Oh my gosh, Christina, you're amazing. And thank you for bringing in such a positive energy to us on this morning show, where we can all just ride that wave of positivity.
I'm just an amplification of all the love that really is in this group. And I'm not just saying that. I really do truly mean that. It's easy to amplify with people around you that are high vibration.
And I saw Becky. Becky wants to take me around to some places too. She asked me if I gamble, like maybe $20 worth. That's my limit.
Yeah, there's a lot of casinos here, fair amount of them. Of course, we weren't used to having them before, so it probably seems like a lot. But yeah, we do have some. But I noticed she said Frankenmuth too, which is a lovely Bavarian village. You almost feel like you've walked into Germany or Austria when you go there. It's really cute. I did see the Ann Falls. I think she's talking about Quamanon Falls. That's another beautiful area. Michigan has many lovely nature things, so
I can't wait. It's going to be so beautiful. Prachir is here. Good morning to you. And Arlene Ninke Barber.
Hi, Arlene.
I was going to say she must know you because she said she sure is. You are a delight. And wow, I just can't wait to be in that energy, in the physical. That's going to be so
Me too.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And Julie says it's a rainy day here. Need the positive vibes. Awesome. Yeah, we've had, as you all know, we had an almost hurricane that came in, and it's been raining, like constantly raining. I had some things I needed to do yesterday, and every time I would start toward the door, I think, okay, it's quiet, it's not raining right now. I'd go to the door and I'd hear the thunder boom, and I'm like, all right, let me see what I can do inside at the moment instead of going out in the storm.
It looks like it strengthened last night just before it hit the coast and surprised a few people. I know my sister, she's not far from Cape Cod. And they actually got a warning up there, not for a full hurricane, but that, hey, you might want to bring your patio stuff. It looks like we're going to actually get hit a little bit more. Yeah, that kind of just at the last minute decided it was going to. So I think with our prayer intentions, maybe we'll keep some of those people.
Wasn't that a miracle? I know that was a miracle because it was sitting there. It was the hurricane. And then all of a sudden we started pushing and saying, nope, not here. You're not welcome here.
Yep. Shields up. Notice I said shields up. I'm a geek. Yeah, I'm a geek like that too. So you'll notice me very often with fake things. Like I'm a Jedi Knight. Okay. Sometimes
I know, right?
I'm like, yeah, I'm Yoda. I'm going to go into my Yoda phase, or I'm going to, yeah. So, yeah, when I say that shields up, that's just the geek in me coming out again with the popular culture. But it's true. It did that. It was like it ran into a wall and just poof, got like, don't stop. It was great.
It was a miracle. And this is the second hurricane that's happened when people come together and they say, no, not here. Access denied. And we all push together to say, just dissolve, just go back out where we came from, go back out into the ocean, don't do any harm. And right. It happened. And I'm just so grateful for all of the support and everybody that joined in together and said, this isn't going to happen. And we are powerful. Our vibration is powerful. If nothing else shows you that power, then just pay attention to what happens when a whole slew of people are in the same mind and put that energy out there together. I absolutely love it. I saw somebody that said, Sharon Boyle. She said, lovely to meet you, Christina. You have a natural on-screen presence and amazing energy. Yeah, it's so true. So true. I love it. And
Thank you.
It's so great to meet you, Christina.
It's wonderful to meet all of you.
And Suzanne Geitz Millard, it's her first time here. Welcome, Suzanne.
Welcome.
Suzanne, I hope you're going to look into our family called Angelic River Family. Oh, Deirdre, I see you typed that in already. Yay. That's our group, Angelic River Family on Facebook. And we have been growing in that group. I love the new people that are coming in and finding us. And Kennedy is here again. Hello, Kennedy. Welcome back. So we have new people that are finding us. And those of you that are in the group, just keep sharing it out. Share it to your friends and in other groups and on your timelines. And let's get this family really growing and expanding, and the energy of it going out to anyone who might need a positive message, a positive word, because that's what the group does. It brings in a lot of positive energy.
And no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. It's safe. It's unusual because there's, in my opinion, there's not a whole ton of safe spaces when you're talking about the internet. Right. And this is definitely one. Yes. Yeah.
It is. And we're not a religious group. We use the word God. That's what I just always called the Holy Spirit, the highest being that is. I've just always used that term God. But I also might say source or creator And it's all talking about the same energy. So we're not affiliated with any type of religion or anything like that. I like to say our religion is love.
Yes.
We just
Yes.
love each other. And Catherine Kovacs says, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Sally says, our light grows together.
Yep.
It does. And Prachetta isn't here. I saw Prachir say that she was tired and she's sleeping. We'll give her our love when she does wake up and let her know that we're here for her. And
Absolutely.
we love both of you so much. So
one of these days, we're all going to make it to India. I've got it on my list. India is right.
Yeah,
Australia too.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm planning, that's in my plans, is to be there after the first of the year.
Really? Oh, I better put something down on my list if you let me go with. I better put that down on my calendar. We better sync calendars up here.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
your
I'll have mine with me and you can just like jot down and take notes.
Yes, we'll be energized. We'll put our energy toward that. Ooh.
Yeah, because I've heard a huge message just over the last few days. It keeps popping up for me that I'm supposed to go to Sacred Mountains. So it's on my list to go to Sedona. And
Yes.
hopefully that's going to be in September. And then Mount Shasta is on my radar. And then India after that. So yeah, so that's where I see the path taking me.
So I just looked at the time and it's 8:25. So I'm thinking we should probably do prayer request right now, if it's not already started. I can't believe it's already. Yeah, it's already 8:25. What the heck happened?
I know, that happens every morning.
Let's do the time warp again.
Yes, exactly. Yep, it happens every morning. It's like we come on, we say good morning, and the next thing you know, it's like, what do you mean it's time to stop? I don't want to stop.
Hey.
Okay, so let's see what prayer requests we've got.
Prayers of prayers, Kalish, how do I pronounce it?
That's Prachir. That's
Oh, is it? Oh, how did I not know that? Prachir. Okay,
yeah,
prayers of happiness and strength for Prachetta. Prayers of good health, happiness, and hope for Annika, Vanya, Karuna, is that Karuna? Neil and Minama. Special prayers of good health and sunshine for Teri, ma'am, and my wonderful angelic river family. Love to you all.
Thank you, Prachir. Yeah, Prachir comes in disguise.
Okay, all right.
And that is his mother's account. His mother's
oh, how wonderful! So
we get to see her energy every day.
I was going to say, so they brought her energy in that way. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. And my heart is with you guys with that. I am freshly of that grief myself. And when it's your mom, there's a deeper level of grief. And so I really feel my heart's very much with you and anyone here. I've met several people now with, have recently lost their mom. And I just want to let you know that sometimes I feel that little extra heart connection with you. So
absolutely. Yes, anyone with that tender heart that grieve from the loss, we definitely lift you up. Catherine Kovacs is asking for prayers for her cats. Catherine, I know you took them to the vet yesterday, so praying that they're okay. And our little Luna also had a visit to the vet yesterday and got her second round of shots, and she's gaining weight. I think she gained another pound. So she's growing and getting bigger and very, very healthy, which we were happy to hear. All right, so any other prayer requests? Mount Pikachu is what Sally was saying, one of the other sacred mountains. That's definitely a vortex of energy. And Prachir is saying to you, yes, please visit India. It's a wonderful place. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, and we're going to put hope in there for continued help. And let's see who else. Gita is asking for prayers, intellectual resolve, and beautiful friends for, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to say that correctly, Daxayani, my daughter. So absolutely. And I thought another prayer request. Let me just scroll up for a moment to make sure that I didn't miss somebody. Okay, I think I got, there's Deirdre, prayers for humanity, that it won't take too long for everyone's consciousness to rise up and bring us to the new earth. Okay, and Gita's asking for prayers for her own health. And Julie, prayers for sale of my rental property, please. Thank you so much. We need to move on in life. All in need of prayers. Uh-oh, we lost Christina. Oh, Catherine, her cats are okay. They just need to go on a diet. They are not happy. And she cried last night. Oh. I'm going to just send a message to Christina and see if she can come back in. Okay, so I'll watch for her to come back in, and let's see if there's any others. Carrie, prayers for my son for peace and calmness. His name is Matthew. We absolutely will lift Matthew up. And Prachir says, thanks so much. My mom was a very special person, one of a kind. Thanks so much for the kind words. Absolutely. And Jordan, I love that comment. Christina, once upon a time, I couldn't handle you. Now I pray you don't ever lose your spark. It's beautiful, isn't it? I just love her energy, and I'm hoping she can come back. I just sent her a message and asked her to come back in. So we'll see if she gets in here before we go into the meditation. Oh, Gita, you pronounced Daxiani's name perfectly. Thank you. And it's so hard when we see a name to know exactly how that name sounds just from the spelling of it. So thank you. That was the angels guiding that. So anybody else, if you have a prayer request, let's remember my friend Shantae, and I have a few other friends that have been affected by COVID just recently and found out that they were COVID positive and dealing with the symptoms and everything that's going on with that. And some others that have experienced the stomach flu. You remember I had that a few weeks back, and that was no fun. And she's back. Yay. There you are. Welcome back. How was your trip? Oh, wait, you're muted. Welcome back.
Yeah, the joys of rural internet infrastructure.
Oh, wow, right. Well, even here in the city, we get that too.
I'm back though.
Okay.
It was kind of weird. Everything just went totally silent. Even my phone did.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you made it back in.
Me too.
All right, so we're getting ready to go into the meditation. Arlene asked for prayers for Samantha and her family, so many needs. And Sally asked prayers that her lungs might make a turnaround. Yeah, definitely. And let's remember Tony and lift her up with continued good health. She looked so awesome yesterday when she came in as a co-host. So good to see her looking healthy. All right, so let's start to go inside. Let's go into our heart center. I've learned over the last few years that where you touch on your body is where your focus goes. So if you want to focus on being heart-centered, you touch there. And you can use fingers, you can use your whole palm of your hand. I like that because I feel the warmth coming from the heart center, and inside gets warmed up by your energy of placing your hand there. So take that breath in, breathe right into the heart. Just hold that warmth inside and then release it back out with your out breath. And let's do a couple of these. Just take a breath in and envision you're breathing in love. Let that be what your focus is, focusing on what that great feeling of maybe seeing a sunset or a sunrise, something in nature, or a warm hug from a friend, or somebody that just loves you without conditions. Just hold that feeling in your heart. And then relax it back out. You're starting to feel your body relax, your mind relax. There may be some thoughts that come through about your day, what's going to happen, what you need to be doing, where you need to be. Just let those float away like they're little clouds. We'll deal with those when it's time to deal with them. Right now, it's you time. This is a time for self-love and self-care. So breathe in again, hold in that energy, loving yourself. That's what we're doing right now. Just bringing love in, letting it sit there in your heart. Just visit with that energy of love for a moment. And you can just stop what you're doing, putting everything else on the back burner and bringing that self-love forward. Embrace it, because that's going to take you to that higher vibration. That's going to give you the fuel for your fire to go forward each day. So as you're touching your heart center and you're breathing in that beautiful air of love, just say to yourself, I love you. I love you. We have a tradition here in this group where we give love to each other. We share our love with those that have come in to receive, those that have come in to share their energy. But right now, share it with yourself. Tell yourself, I honestly love you. I love everything about you. Just like you're sitting there talking to yourself, sitting outside of you, say to yourself, I love every part of you, even those parts that may seem like they're not lovable, that may not feel the best at all times. I still love those parts. I love the part of you that gets angry. I love the part of you that gets sad. I love the part of you that cries. I love every part of this experience. And then from head to toe, give gratitude. I'm so grateful for everything in my life right now. I'm grateful for the thoughts I have, the intellect I have. I'm grateful for being able to have all of my senses of feeling, touching, smelling, seeing, hearing. I'm so grateful for this experience. I'm grateful for my voice that I can speak. I'm grateful for my tongue that I can taste and experience that beautiful pleasure of putting food in my mouth. I'm grateful for my arms, my hands, the organs in my body. I'm grateful for my legs that help me to stand firm on Mother Earth. I'm grateful for my knees, for my ankles, that I have flexibility in walking. I'm grateful for my feet. As I step on Mother Earth, I have a connection to Earth energy. And then with that, still that essence of gratitude, let's send that out to Mother Earth. Thank you to our Earth Mother for taking care of us, for meeting our every need. And let's thank our universe that we live in. Thank you for the beauty. Thank you for the stars, for the planets, for everything working exactly as it needs to work. Thank you for being able to see the moon and to feel the moon energy. Thank you to the animals on our planet. Thank you to the trees for what you bring forth to us. Now breathe in again and feel your heart center. See how much that love expanded just by giving gratitude, just by going into that positive energy of seeing something today that you can be grateful for. And with that expanded energy of love, let's turn to the prayer requests. Anyone that asks for a blessing or asks for a special touch, let's lift all of that up right now with gratitude, with love, wrapping our arms around each other, taking those burdens that are there and lifting them together. And let's add in there prayers for safety for anyone who is still experiencing this storm that's going on. So let's bathe all of those prayer requests in love. And let's ask that they be seen and acknowledged, and that the prayers go up directly to God, to our source energy. And let's cut loose our attachment to how those prayers will be answered. Let's let them go, letting them go with love, accepting that our part is to care, our part is to bring that forward, and then aligning with our own energy as spirit, we can turn this over and know that they're cared for, know that they're seen. And we can allow whatever that outcome is. So with those cords being cut, feel back into your heart center. Feel the lightness. See how your cup of love is so full to running over. And we give from that excess, whatever it is that's there inside that we have to give. We can give that freely, knowing that it comes back. It's returned. And it's returned to us in multitude. So give freely of your love. Give your energy to those that need that uplifting, that need that word, that need that smile. And that will warm your heart and bring more love in there. So right now, let's love one person. Just pick one person and hold them. Hold them with your arms wrapped around them. And just feeling that love of being held right now. I feel Mother Mary energy, just holding us all like we're an infant, letting us know we're safe. You're in a good place here. You're surrounded by like-minded people who only want your best. So now let's turn our attention to the whole group, everyone that's here. Let's lift everybody up with our love. And we do this with something that's called the heart telephone. And we start it around the circle, and it goes around and comes back to us. And we do this after we count to 3 or count down from 3, and we add gratitude by saying thank you. And then we say, I love you. So Christina, would you join us and lead us in doing the heart telephone today?
I sure will. Thank you. I love you.
Love you. Thank you, everyone, for being
Thank you
here.
so much.
Oh, you are so beautiful. I am so glad we had this experience with you today, and we
I'm
could
so
all
glad.
see of you.
Yes, I'm glad to meet everyone. You're all wonderful, lovely people, and go do your magical work today.
Absolutely. And I saw Kitty join you.
All the time. I have a zoo here too. I don't, yeah, I got lots.
Awesome. Well, I'm hoping we'll get to see more of them. We made the announcement yesterday that we're going to open up Zoom next week. Anyone that wants to come in and be with us on the morning show, we will just have whoever shows up.
I love that.
Yeah, so we may be seeing more kitties and dogs and whatever is there in people's energy field. We want to know all of you and get to be surrounded in your beautiful energy, which is what we did today with you, Christina. Thank you for sharing so much of yourself and your beauty. And oh my gosh, I just love you. Thank
I
you for
love
being.
you all. Thank you so much for everything that everyone does, especially you, Teri. I appreciate you very much in my life.
Thank you. I love being here. This starts my day out perfectly. Perfect.
Yay!
So yes, Marietta's, everything is working perfectly. It really is. And so now we need our Deirdre to take us out with her words. I don't see it yet. She wants to keep us on here today. There it is.
Okay.
Okay, so you ready? Namaste.
Namaste, y'all.
I love you. Have
Bye.
a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Bye,
You as
everybody.
well. Bye-bye.